Welcome to another Howell Chamber Member Spotlight. My name is David McDonald with Vivid Living Real Estate Group. I'm also an ambassador here with the Howell Area Chamber. And I have Blake with us, who's consequently enough another ambassador, with us today to share his business and being part of the Howell community. So Blake, welcome.
Thank you. Hi everyone, Blake Williams, Herndon Family Agency, Farm Bureau Insurance. As Dave said, I'm one of the ambassadors of the Howell Area Chamber of Commerce.
Excellent. Well, we're so glad to have you and so glad to have you part of the community in the insurance industry. So what made you get into doing insurance? And then what is some of the problems that you love to solve for clients?
Absolutely. Personally, my dad passed away about almost 10 years ago without individually owned life insurance. So for me, being able to see what 2 years' salary through his work did to my mom and sister, I was out of the house, seeing how that affected them, and seeing how families who don't have life insurance just want to be able to help them out.
Excellent.
On the flip side, one of my best friends got T-boned by a Mack truck,
Wow.
had a $400,000 medical bill,
Oh, goodness gracious.
only had to pay his $500 deductible because he had the right coverage in place.
Yeah.
So seeing the both sides of right plan in place, not having the right plan in place, and wanting to make sure that I can help advise families, businesses on their insurance so they are on the right side of the coin should something ever happen and have that peace of mind.
Excellent. So in your business, tell me your ideal client or the clients that you love to serve the most.
Absolutely. So for me, I like working with families who have had life-changing events, whether it's marriage, having a kid, moving into a new home. For them, it's the opportunity to re-look at your insurance policies, make sure that you have a plan in place that fits today's lifestyle, not the plan that you started 5 years ago.
Excellent. Well, that leads me to my other thought too, because obviously being in the real estate business, I deal with insurance on a regular basis with my clients.
Yep.
So when you're talking with clients or prospective clients, how often should someone be looking at their policies, whether it's life, auto, health, or homeowners? And is it just, like you mentioned, that 5 years that looks different now than it did 5 years ago. So how often should your clients look at, or how often do you reevaluate things for your clients?
I reevaluate with my clients on a yearly basis.
Wow. Okay.
So prior to your renewal, you'll get the notification that your renewal is coming up. I'll schedule an appointment with you if you want to sit down and review everything, your home, your auto, your life insurance, or if you're a business owner, business insurance. Everything grows every year. You want to make sure that if you've done updates to your house, you're accommodating the resale value or the rebuild cost for that house.
Definitely.
Life insurance, you have a job change, salary increases, change in marriage, you have a partner now that you want to cover, or if you've had a kid, you want to make sure that your legacy planning, making sure that something is in place to protect your family. Wonderful. So on a yearly basis, at minimum, doing that check-in, but some families, they feel like every 5 years is enough.
Okay.
So whatever the client is really wanting to do.
Excellent. Can you share a recent success story that you had where maybe it was you saved them, a client a substantial amount of money, or they, you found other coverages that they really couldn't benefit from that they just didn't know were even out there in the market?
Absolutely. So another Howell Chamber member recently helped them. They were with a nationwide company, and they were paying a lot for their insurance.
Wow.
They ended up having a boat on their policy that they sold 5 years ago.
Oh,
Didn't
goodness.
realize that the insurance agent that they were working with never removed the boat. So imagine paying 5 years for having a boat on the policy.
Yeah.
It's not a lot to have a boat, but it's just one of those little things that fell through the cracks. And being able, at the end of the day, switching their homeowner's insurance and their auto insurance, we saved them $3,000 a year
That is
on just
substantial.
one policy, and we made sure that the boat was no longer listed.
Wow.
So not every policy is going to save money.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I can promise you that we're going to write a policy that has the right insurance for you and your family or your business at today's best rates possible for you.
What is some advice that you would give to someone starting a business in our community, or even in your own industry in this community?
Absolutely.
Or joining you, I should say, too.
Yep. So starting a business or moving into Livingston County, definitely reach out to the Howell Chamber of Commerce. The community reaches out and works with the chambers. You see business growth through the chamber, and being a chamber member, you get access to additional resources, community growth, and just that ability to network, grow, and be a member of the community.
Yeah, I know the networking is a big thing, and obviously, you meeting with clients, I do the same thing. It's always interesting, we've got a lot of businesses in our community that call Howell and Livingston County their home, their love. But for here, you say, hey, it's not just, you opened up your business here. It's being a part of the community, involved, and part of the chamber is the best part of doing it.
Absolutely. And for me, I live in Brighton. I grew up in Brighton, grew up working and currently raising a family in Brighton, but part of the Howell Chamber. And it's a great opportunity for Livingston County just to grow, be a part of the community, and to raise a family. And doing a business at the same time and growing my industry, it's a great opportunity to meet other realtors, other insurance agents, as well as just members of the chamber and the community in general.
Wonderful. Well, Blake, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, David.
Being part of the Member Spotlight.
Awesome.
Have a great one.